time to take
192 is a
priority.
good one, which is basic graphic design.
I know what I was wondering.
Art 192 is a good place to start.
There's also like Art 159, 116, 161. That core group right there goes on with Illustrator and like InDesign and other kind of artsy things there. So
But don't stop, like, don't stop and do the art and just stop the web design, because a lot of businesses, they don't want graphics. A lot of them, they just want something simple, something, you know, more work than the design. So just keep going.
Actually, there's a huge market for that. There's like, besides the art side, if you're just wanting to be a back-end programmer and just look at code all day long, and if let it be computer code, the HTML code, it doesn't matter, you will be marketable. So there's guys that don't even see the light of day, and they're coding all day long. You know, they just there all day long and drinking Red Bull and just coding, you know, and they love it. So if you don't want to lean towards a graphics type of computer, and you can always go towards the digital programming. So try that.
did you have a question?
There's another guy.
Yes, Rick.
Yeah, and this in keeping with what we're discussing now, as far as jobs out there, it looks like they want more than just a web design. But what I hear, usually it's combined with, like she said, graphic design. Is that pretty much the case?
Well, unfortunately, companies are always wanting the most they can get for the cheapest.
Yeah.
So if you can do it all, you're going to sell yourself short. It's better for the company, but not better for you. So yes, you want to have all of this well-roundedness, but you don't want to sell yourself short and lowball a figure and all of that. You know, you're worth it. You took the time to take these classes to learn programs, to improve yourself, and don't go into a client and kind of like settle for a little bit.
A lot of newer websites, a lot of people are using them to make their own websites, so they really don't need a web designer anymore. And so if you want to learn something more than that, it would probably be programming, or even get into that company that makes those websites so other people can make their own websites.
Multimedia. Or database. Everybody wants a shopping cart attached to their website. So the website's the place to start, and you can create and maintain a website, but everything has to add a shopping cart. And so that's why, you know, web database experience is
And always keep your friends, like if you know somebody that knows programming and somebody that does graphics, always keep your friends close to you, because you're going to be building a web page and all of a sudden they're going to ask you for a card and you have no clue how to do it, and a lot of your friends have done that before. So having your friends close to you is very important.
Question over here, Frankie?
Oh, no, I just scratching my head a little bit.
Can I get your guys' opinions on radio station and TV stations' unpaid internships in web design?
Well, an unpaid internship could lead to a paid internship or a paid job, but sometimes, you know, companies kind of go through interns and kind of recycle through them and cheap labor, free labor. So there's pros and cons. It really kind of depends on the company itself, but it's a good stepping stone. It's a good learning experience, but if you kind of feel like you're just being used, then you're not, walk away.
Let me ask you this: are you going on outside of Southwestern College? Are you going to another higher university, San Diego State, UCSD, USD?
I have a BA from San Diego State in graphic design.
Well, you know, I would check with, okay, because you're alumni of that school, check to see what internships are available out there. Like when I was at UCSD, there was a ton of internships, and that got me into the door with even starting off in web design. So that's what schools are there for. They're there to promote their graduates to get out there and to start working in these places. And I know, like you mentioned, TV stations or radio stations, right? I had a friend who went to State, and she was working at Channel 10, and it was an internship. Later on, she got a job. So, you know what I mean? Follow. You're from San Diego State, right?
Yes.
You're alumni, man. Knock on your alumni's door and go, hey, I'm an alumni. I wanted some opportunities out there. You know, they provide that.
All right.
So, since I've been doing a lot of graphic design as well, I've been seeing a lot of the need for typography and seeing how important it is. Is there a certain class that offers, like, typography?
I forget the exact course number.
So is it its own course?
It's in the art department.
Oh, yeah.
It's art 161. It's one of those three, 159, 160, 161. It's one of those. And I believe the title itself says
Typography.
Yeah,
So it's in the art.
like TL to make anything up there.
I just finished a master's class in typography. And man, the details of that and the history of that is amazing.
It's back.
When I took that class here, the typography class, the instructor had us invent our own language with our own fonts. So it's like really getting into the depths, the deep meanings of typography, like what looks good and what looks beautiful and what looks useful.
Yeah.
Great class. It's a great class.
Next question.
Was there any others?
Everyone's satisfied.
How about from you? Do you have any?
Yeah.
Any questions?
Travis, one from your
Oh, yeah, from here, of course, I'm right now. This question's always been on my mind is, what do you think of like the designers for Facebook, or Twitter? You know,
Jealous.
You guys came up with this great idea, got the ridiculous famous, like, and then they make a movie out of it. Like,
social network.
social network, like, what are your thoughts on it? Like, I mean, that guy's, like, I guess, Napster got sold from another guy, and the guy made it, and then now he's rich and famous.
You know, movie stars in the beginning and they're really famous, but then they just
Burn out and fade away. It'll flash in the pan.
I'm still on.
Are you really?
Something new is gonna come.
Yeah.
Come
Like,
again.
and see, that's another thing too, is that, like, actually, like MySpace and Facebook, it kind of bothers me a little bit because I'm like the old school where you put it up on a server, you upload it, you make the page, and you control it. And now there's programs making programs. I'm just waiting for Schwarzenegger to walk in here naked with the Terminator and his red eye blinking because his program's making programs now, and that's kind of like in Cox's Eye, we made artificial intelligence, and they're warning you, be careful with this because programs making programs is kind of frightening. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I like the raw web design of what we all got back in the day where you have a text file and then when you put .html on it, it's your own web page. You know what I mean? The development of that. And also, too, there's a lot of bells and whistles going off now on you put this in your website, you put this in your website. But do you really need that stuff? You know, sometimes you just need the image with some graphics and then
Content is still the important
the
thing.
content is still the important thing. It's not how it's done, it's the content. Yeah, exactly.
It's always the content, and that's one of the things that I think is funny about MySpace back when it was all popular. People were putting these horrible graphics and backgrounds on it.
Yeah,
and
you're
then
like, ugh.
you have to turn it off, and then you have to turn off all those graphics to get to the content. Like,
Yeah.
what does your blog say? I can't even read it because of blinking unicorn in the background.
Yeah, exactly. And then your computer slows down because there's all these like GIF files like going, and you're like, damn, I just want to see the content.
So for me personally, back to your question, I'm not. I'm not into Facebook, but I recognize its value. I know that everyone's on it. I know that everyone uses it. Everyone, businesses, people, grandmas, cats, everyone uses it. I'm not into it personally, but I know it's valuable.
You guys have to be really careful with this though, because a lot of companies who are trying to hire people, they look into your Facebook. You try not to put anything personal or nude
Or bad,
pictures.
yeah.
Really?
Internet words or things like that. I've just been hearing about that lately.
That's been on for a while. Since MySpace, I've seen people get laid off because of their pictures or.
People forget that people forget on the most basic level that whatever you put on the internet is going to be there forever.
Yeah.
You have to think about it forever. Because someone can easily forward that to someone else and forward it to someone else. And it gets out there. So have a public persona, sure, a fun persona, but have a professional one as well.
Yeah.
Let's go on to your personal life again. what do you guys normally do in that front of the computers? Because, well, because, you know, as...
I don't remember anymore.
Like the computer,
I don't remember.
The computers are like now, like whether we want to admit it or not. You guys can put, like, like it or you don't know. But I mean, you know, you get everything on the computer, you know, you update whatever it is, you know, everything.
Should we just go down the line?
Yeah, so what do you do when you're not in front of the computer? Because besides
I'm not
why?
I have a multitude of activities I usually do. I mean, usually I'm on the internet looking up different types of history because I'm a historian in a lot of fields. I like to just look up facts, absorb as much knowledge as I can. And also, I'm a martial artist in my own time. I've been doing martial arts for 14 years and I'm still going at it. My father got me into it when I was 6 and a half, so I just keep on going. I'm learning about all different types of martial arts, from Roman all the way up to South Asia. I'm learning about different types of warriors, all their different weaponries. I'm memorizing their facts, the lethality of them, and how they've been used throughout history. So basically, while I'm just not in front of the TV, I mean, the computer, either absorbing facts or doing research for a new movie or just looking at different fighting styles. I'm a martial artist, or I'm just out exercising because I'm a big weightlifter.
When I'm not on the computer, I like to visit thrift stores. And I just like to collect things. Like, I'm into cookbooks at the moment, so I got old cookbooks from the 60s and the 50s. Maybe one day I'll make a recipe from them, but for the moment they're on my shelf, and I don't know, just go to thrift stores. But computers are always part of that, because, you know, I have an iPhone, and I go to the thrift stores, and I have Foursquare also, and I'm checking in at all the thrift stores.